words were reminiscent of a forced confession and apology to the benevolent communist Chinese government. Her chilling statement, however, was not made in Beijing. It was made in a United States courtroom in Washington, D.C. The U.S. District Court in Washington handed down the very first sentence for the January 6, 2021 U.S. Capitol protest. Judge Royce Lambert sentenced Anna Morgan-Lloyd to 3 years probation, 40 hours of community service, and $500 restitution after her guilty plea for illegally demonstrating in the United States Capitol. Morgan-Lloyd made a statement to the court that she was, and I quote, ashamed that something meant to show support for the president had turned violent. She went on, at first it didn't dawn on me, but later I realized that if every person like me who wasn't violent was removed from that crowd, the ones who were violent may have lost the nerve to do what they did. For that I am sorry and take responsibility. It was never my intent to help empower people to act violently. Let's think through what she's saying. In the first place, this is not an apology for the crime she committed. She cannot take responsibility and apologize for the actions of others. The second, and it's a little more chilling and far more chilling perspective, is the implication that if she were not in the crowd, then maybe that assault on the Capitol would not have happened. So she is sorry and takes responsibility for helping, quote, empower people to act violently. Now, her statement blurs the First Amendment, the constitutional right of the people to peaceably assemble and to petition the government for redress of all their grievances. She intentionally entered the Capitol, knowing that it had been closed. She was guilty of trespassing, but it appears that she said that if she had not been at the protest, then this may not have taken place. Now follow that logic to its conclusion. If there's a protest and someone commits a crime in the area, then the crime is the fault of the protesters. So if I want to shift the focus of attention away from the issues and me raised by the protesters, there's a simple solution. Just go out and hire some thugs to create havoc, and then lump all the protesters in the category of radical, violent militants. That's exactly what the Democrats and the mainstream media did with January 6, 2021. And then as icing on the cake, her statement inserted, of course, the required politically correct, woke racial language. In her plea, Morgan-Lloyd said that she had learned from her actions and had been given a list of books and movies by her attorney, H. Heather Shaner, which were meant to help her, quote, see what life is like for others in our country. She said, I've learned that even though we live in a wonderful country, things still need to improve. People of all colors should feel as safe as I do to walk down the street. There's no connection between the crime she committed and, quote, what life is like for others. If she felt a personal need to better understand our diverse melting pot of a nation, then that is all well. It has nothing to do with the crime she committed. It has as much place in these courtroom documents as a commitment by her to floss her teeth daily and to see the dentist twice a year. In China, Russia, Venezuela, and other totalitarian communist countries, they send dissidents to re-education camps. Between the blurring of the First Amendment and an appeal to her wokeness, this apology is basically re-education camp homeschool style. Your freedom is precious. You need to understand that there are those who will rob you of your freedom. The assault on freedom begins with tiny little steps, like creeping kudzu. The minuscule advances seem insignificant, almost invisible at first. Then, as if overnight, it has swallowed up everything in its path. A misdemeanor plea with an apology letter, that looks like it's just a routine matter. But that routine apology letter quietly carries the seeds of totalitarianism that could cover and strangle our freedom. Open your eyes and see it spreading all around us. We must stand up and stop it before it's too late. I'm Don Cole, Common Sense from D.C., not Washington. Thank you for joining me. If you like this commentary, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my YouTube channel and my website, doncole.com. God bless you, and have a great day.